Slash and Memphis no healing. We go with Enhancement.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 8 o'clock on the 6th of August. That would be a Wednesday. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm Drift Johnson. This is Scuff Deepak, and you're watching Laten Space Live. For the next few hours, we're going to be taking a look at WAN 2.2.14b for image generation, training, video generation, and training. I'm going to be using Replicate. We're going to look at my configs. Success. Why don't you share it with me? So hello Apollonia, welcome to the show. Zeus194, hello as always, and Jacob, welcome, nice to see you. Some regulars and some old hands, it's always good to see. If you're watching live or if you're watching later, don't forget we have a Discord link. It's a join in the description. You can get involved and join us. There's a timer above my head. It's saying 9 minutes. We've already downloaded it, we're just copying it to the right place. It's an experimental WAN 2.2 T2V low noise 14B Vase in Q8. It's been up for about a week, I just didn't have the chance to get around to testing it. So we're going to see if we can do some ControlNet stuff. Now that's going to be fun because my model is ready. Now it's very well trained. We're technically right now comparing. The top is the bottom. I accidentally swapped it round and told everyone that this was the enhanced. No, that's the original. This is the enhanced. The bottom one is the enhanced. I got it wrong when I was sharing in the Discord earlier. And we're probably going to refine the video model as well a bit tonight. I also want to check out in painting because we've got, like I say, a solid image generation model here. So it's time to pull out some old workflows and refactor them, so that should be fun. And then also if we have a time, I want to see if we can use this model to hands fix old images, which would be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, I think it would anyway. I don't know if it'll work. I don't even know how I'm going to do it, but we'll find out. So did I miss anything? Dragon Diffusion, welcome. Gordon's alive. I do want to do some of that bad animation, but I've kind of shelved it for a little bit because the other things always take over. I might print out some good ones as well while we do a bit of a review. So before we get into any workflows, let's show the goods. We made a load of stuff. So how about we try this one first? So this is, look how big it is, guys. Can you see the scale of this? So what I'm about to show you is it's very nice. We'll worry about what's going on later. This is my pre-trained style Cyber Society, and what we're looking at is what you would have gotten out of it with my prompt and the Laura, and then what you get out of it with my prompt enhancer, which is actually a little bit closer, and it's very well defined. I mean, you can zoom all the way in and it looks nice. So this is one of the reasons I'm favoring this at the moment. So let's see what it can do. So let's just put this one on the play. And we can just let it do its thing. So let's talk about it while the images are up on the screen. The way I'm seeing this is the combination, it's like moving towards video models for image generation. At the moment the stack's still pretty big if you want to get the full quality. But what we're going to look at is the training. So at the moment I'm working on a formula which is somewhere between times 10 and times 20. Okay. The times 10, what I mean by that is you take a data set, you have 10 images times 10. But there seems to be a minimum, which I think is 500 steps. And I'm going to find out by testing different image counts. But generally my models tend to be, the proper ones. Like this one here. This was 200 images, so it went for 2,000 steps at times 20. No, times 10. Wait, no, I did 4,000 steps with this one because it had 200 images times 20. So that's one thing to note. It's perfectly learned the style, by the way. Flawlessly. It's flawlessly learned the style. I did some changes in the captioning before I trained it, so it's not just a straight Cyber Society 6. This is actually Cyber Society 77 WAN. I'm going to publish it as well, but I want to show you what it can do. it's actually an art style. If you zoom in, it actually looks like painted, like digital art, but it has sometimes a photographic ability. It's quite funny how it's come together. And what we're doing here is we're taking the captions and we're using them to prompt the LoRa. So again, the top image is the default prompt. The bottom image is using my new prompt enhancer, which is like built into the workflow. It uses Ollama. Dragon Diffusion says, did you see the 8K stuff I was posting? Oh wait, I was talking to bot 7 at 4. No, I don't know what bot 7's been up to, mate. No idea. Sorry. Sorry about that. That's one thing. I haven't been I need to really it's my fault. I was supposed to connect Zero Vector to the bot team and I never got around to doing it. I've been busy with work, guys. You know. Get it done. But yeah, welcome to the show. We're just taking a look at my the results of my new trained LoRa. This is Cyber Society version 77 in WAN 2.1, but running on 2.2. So it's a mouthful, guys. It's a mouthful. If you actually say oh, blah blah blah, the name of the model, it's a long name. So top is actually default, bottom is enhanced. We might be refining the enhancer as well tonight. I still think there's some work to do. I do like the way it's brought out this sort of samurai, sort of like a Power Rangers samurai aesthetic is coming out of the model in the enhanced sometimes, you know? Yeah, see the guy's mask? It's like a samurai Power Ranger or something. Anyway, these are all very good images. And, you know, I could take the best of them and train a Flux LoRa, because these are all 2K. So you can train a really tight... oh, well. I'm not going to say it until I've done it. Haven't done it yet. Haven't done it yet. But that's coming up. So I'll take the best of these images. I'll probably airbrush out things like tanks and cars. And maybe the occasional... Well, someone floating in the sky isn't a bad thing, but, you know. I'd probably go away from human faces because the abstract masks and stuff is kind of more fun. Yeah, the plane's gonna go. But the aesthetic of the armor is very consistent and in keeping with the target data. There are lots of weird planets floating around. You know, I could have cleaned up the data a bit more. But this has come out really nice. I would say that it could be more heavily stylized, but occasionally that does come through. And in the end, it becomes less fantastic and more coherent overall. You know, it's trying to explain things in a way that the image models don't often do. I think it might have gone all the way around by now. They're all good images. And the thing about prompt enhancers, it opens up a whole new dimension for what you can do with a LoRa, because obviously you could run the same seed on the same prompt, but feed that into an enhancer. You're technically getting new prompts out every time. So, I don't know, man. Depending on how you... See, Adel is actually a cyborg. See, what I did was I exchanged a bunch of words to change the classifiers. So there's a lot more samurai and ninja, and do you know what? The word astronaut was taken out, so strange. I guess it remembered the shape of astronaut. That's strange. It's got like a button-up vest. Anyway, so these are just some images that we're going to look at. Now we're going to look at the next set. I'd love to tell you more. Wait, what's this one? Oh, we've already seen that one. So it's still cooking as well in the background, still downloading that new Vase model we're going to have a play around with. Let's take another look at this one. This will be the next folder gallery thing. Ah, this is showing the difference. So this is a much more high. So what I did was the images for Cyber Society are 1024 by 1024 base. So that image there is the same as that image there, but it's made with a LoRa that was trained on 2K resolution when the images were actually 1K. And I did it to demonstrate the, let's go back a minute. I did it to demonstrate the danger. So that is what it should look like if you trained it at 1K. And that's what it looks like if you trained it at 2K. So you trained it at 2 high res. Same thing here. So these are actually like same seed. So that image is that image, but that image looks like what was trained and that image doesn't. And it's because it's been trained at such a high resolution that there weren't any samples. So you may as well not have done it. It's quite interesting. However, to say that, I did actually do an entire train on Sharona, and she is trained in a much higher resolution. So she's trained at 2K. So I'm trying to test that. But do you know what I did? I think I might have broken my test. I think I might have been accidentally testing at a really low denoise because I was using image to image, and I switched back to text to image and forgot to change the denoise. So then I was looking at the results going, it's good, but they're a bit washed out, and I think that basically affected the whole test. So yeah, we'll probably have a look at that. But yeah, like I say, Cyber Society has been trained. It's fully there. This is all of the stuff. It's all the visual imagery that's described. So it's kind of like, this is an extraction from a narrative project. The visuals were extracted. But yeah, so anyway, we got any more? What's this? More stuff. The guns kind of come out of the model. So it's good at drawing MP5s and stuff, I guess. So it does that a lot. But the thing is, the guns that were in the data set were like terribly formed. So it's actually an upgrade. You know, the guns are much cleaner than was in the data set. So you're like, well, I guess if they're going to have them, it's a bit like swords. They're actually in hands more often. So we're looking at a difference between the standard and the enhanced prompts here. That would be the enhanced there. Much more cybernetic. Got some weird ones. These are all very good. Oh look, it's that one again. I feel like we've already seen this folder. Maybe I made a copy. Anyway. Oh, we're nearly there. 91%, guys. 91%. Close that. So, what we got? 17 left. I'm going to cancel the queue because we're now live. So, let's explain what this is. Wait a minute. Don't we have another workflow to look up? We do, but we need to do a different one first. Hang on. That one? That one? No. That one? I swear I added a workflow earlier for this exact reason. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. It looks complicated, but it's not really. It's just Sharona. With a small caveat, which is that this one is trained at 1932, which is a codec-safe resolution, and this one is trained at 1428. So that one, I think, is... oh man, I forget now. Let me see. So we're not at 1440p, we're not at 2160p, we're before that. We are... I think we've already done it. We did this live yesterday, so where's the thing? 1080p, but you have to make it safe, so then it actually becomes 1428 for 1080p. So that's the optimization, 1428, and then I decided to test the next one up. You know, because technically the images were 2K, they weren't 1080p, they were 2K, the images that were trained. The difference with the Cyber Society set is that they were trained on, you know, standard SDXL sizes. They weren't upscaled or anything. I don't think so. And if they were probably only 1080p. So anyway, like I say, bottom line, it's 945 is the 720p setting, 1428 is the 1080p setting, and then the next one up, I tried to look at this, but then he got confused. I had to remind him, and that's when we came up with the codec-safe number. It's 32, yeah, thanks. Next. That's the magical prompt, guys. Just put context of conversation plus a sequence puzzle, and it's that. So I think 1932 is what I went for 1440p. It didn't, like I say, it didn't work with Cyber Society, or at least I don't think it did. Yeah. Let's just, like I said, we're going to have to test this again, because this is why I've got that workflow. So we're going to test the, what was it, 2K versus 1440p? I forget. 1932 is 1088, so it's 1080p versus 1440p in terms of training the same images on the same model and then running the same prompts and the same everything else. Okay. The prompt is going to be depiction of hunt. Oh, I forgot. Did I forget to add the trigger? No, it's already there. Right. So, yeah. So let's just read out what the prompt is. So it's coming from, so this is what the image that was trained. Okay, that's the image that was actually trained. I'm not passing the image in for this though. We're just going to take the prompt, which is, this is what was trained. So, depiction of hunter-style cavewoman character, Sharona woman with short white hair, vibrant orange fur skin blouse, with black accents and exposed torso, including matching fur skin, wrapped oversized boots and gloves. That is at the beginning of every single caption in the dataset, because this was actually done by hand. The next part is done with vision. A person with short, light-colored hair is sitting on a pile of old weathered objects in a futuristic abandoned cityscape. Surroundings, in fact, I remember cutting a lot of this out, so it's strange that... Anyway. Surroundings include large cylindrical structures covered in moss and vines with the blue sky and scattered clouds in the background, and then every single prompt ends with watercolor style graphic novel illustration, detailed ink line work. And that goes into our Ollama running Polaris 4B, and we do image prompt enhancement system, and we went over that yesterday. We created it yesterday. Has a bunch of examples. If you put better examples, this will become better or more tuned for the task. And then obviously we have our considerations, okay, for the instruction. Now at the end of that, we get this. Sharona style, the trigger for the Laura. So I've added that with a little concatenate at the top. Where is it now? There, string concatenate. So take it from the result into the append and then put your trigger there. And that gives us watercolor graphic novel illustration of a hunter-style cave woman, Sharona. So we've actually double tagged it, but that should be okay. With short white hair, it means I don't need to do that actually. I might take it out. But it doesn't have a classifier, so it's a bit, yeah. Maybe use an injection node instead to put woman after Sharona. Anyway. Short white hair, vibrant orange fur skin blouse featuring black accents, exposed torso, matching oversized fur boots and gloves, sits on a pile of weathered debris in a futuristic abandoned cityscape where cylindrical structures covered in moss and vines loom against a blue dotted sky with scattered clouds. Detailed ink line work defines textures, rough fur, aged metal, textured vegetation. Yeah. You get it. You know the rest. Although rendered in loose watercolor brush strokes with precise line work. That's a cool way of saying what I said, isn't it? So it added like low angle shot and stuff. Oh, okay, we got a bit of a mutant. Now remember, this one was trained at 1080p using 2K images. 1932 setting in the trainer, if you're a trainer. Like I said, it's an advanced setting that most people leave alone. Hello, Drew. Welcome to the show. And hello, Zeus. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Let's see. It's funny. When I asked about SDXL res, the answer was anything in multiple of 64 should be okay. Do you know, we actually covered exactly why that is just the other day. It's in this chat. So this explains why the divisible by 32, divisible by 16, it's about codecs. Obviously, there are memory allocations and coding tree units. So, you know, by 32 for video, why? And here is why. It also kind of hints to why 64 is a nice thing for images, doesn't it? Ah, you're doing wonderful work, mate. Thank you very much. Stick around. We'd love to have more people in the gang. And thank you very much. Yeah, so like I said, this gives you a little bit of insight into what should be the safe resolutions. Okay, and that's why we made that node for the aspect size, which is going to do that math calculation for you. So you pick WAN 22, it's going to choose 1536 by 1536. Now we could have, for images, I'm going to use 64, but with video I would put 32 here, and then it should give us a nicer image. Now here's the interesting thing. Remember, we're rendering at 1536 by 1536 in 5:4. So that gives us a resolution which we don't need to upscale at 1728 by 1408. Now this is my character. That is her face. It's learned the character's face. It learns her outfit. But when we train at the low resolution 480p or 1932 even, which is still higher than it recommends, you know what I mean? When you go up to this size, you're going to get something, you see this kind of thing, disfiguration, etc., right? And then this looks much nicer. And the reason is, I think, because the images were 2K and we trained it at 2K. Wait, hang on, it's the other way around. Oh, it's the opposite way around. Here I am making conclusions and it's upside down again. Well, I love when you give the running commentary and it's backwards. But hey, it's not me, it's the results. We didn't come in here with any assumption. So let me just do some more. Let's go 16 to 9. That's always a good test, because it's stretched. I'm sat here going, and it's upside down. So actually, when I've been sat here going on and on and on, 1428 is the lower one, 1932 is the higher one. So I had it backwards, guys. Actually, it got worse. It didn't get better, it got worse. But what I'm trying to find is the edge. So I'm kind of still right, but I'm kind of wrong at the same time. I read it backwards, guys, my bad. Alright. But now we need to test 16 to 9, because the widescreen resolution, that's the real test. This is almost square. But yeah, that was actually a win. So actually, that's a win for the 1088. Because we are still blowing it up. It's so good though. The quality on it. I can't believe how good the quality is. It's actually amazing. And when you see what this is based on, it's got all the hallmarks correct. It's got her outfit exactly right, the shoes are good, it's the fur. I wanted to try and get rid of these, okay, but to be honest, there are a few in the data set. It noticed them. She's got them. She's got the staff she carries. It's even managed to learn. Well, we had this problem with weird rocks, and it's kind of just turning them all into turbines and things, which I don't. That's not so bad. Casing. Right, let's see what it's going to do with the big one. But like I said, it's definitely the same character. So again, I don't know. I mean, that's not too bad. It kind of looks a bit weird, but it might be okay. Certainly things like hands, fingers, I mean, look, we're having to zoom up really quite far in to see. It's good. And I don't remember her actually having earrings, but that's not a big deal. I think I did say a hawk in the captions, or an eagle in some of them, so it would be interesting to see if we actually get a hawk. I think we did get a hawk, which is interesting. So I kind of lied about what was in the image to see if it would, learn that and then refine it, because it knows what a hawk is. It seemed to work. Alright, the other one's going to be ready in a minute. And like I said, this is 2048 by 1152. So that means you're good to go. This can go straight up as a 1080p. It doesn't need like a little bit of cropping around the edges. And it's not slow either. I mean, we're looking at, what was it? 162 for the 2. So we're doing 2 of them. in 162. So that's what, 80 seconds? And I'm actually running it at quite a high. When you run the video model for this, you actually run it at 4 steps. So, but what I've been trying to do is getting some nice images like this to use to feed in. Do you know what? The low res one is better, but it's got a bit of duplication. You know, we've got a lot of birds. I'm looking at them both. They're both good. This is it, you know what I mean? It's like, it's hard to say. Maybe the sky is better in the lower res one. This is a bit blown out here. But then the building details are more intricate. The outfit. It's kind of learned that she's got a blue bit behind somehow. I don't know. This is tough. Are we changing the prompt every time? Just making sure here. Yeah, it's on randomize. So we should be looking at the difference between... we're looking at the difference between 2 models. So I wonder... no, well, it'll get out of hand real fast. But yeah, certainly this is actually working perfectly now. See, before when I was testing and showing everyone results the other night, I had it on 0.6 denoise because I'd been messing around with the image to image down here. See, I've been grabbing the original image and putting it through, and it does work really well when you put it through like that. Oh, Vase is ready. Oh. Right, well, Vase is ready, guys. We'll try it on this workflow first. Let's see. Yeah, because we're not giving it any guidance at the moment. I don't know which one to put it on. Maybe we'll put it on both of them. Oh. That'll be interesting, actually. See if it cooks the Lauras. Alright. Any minute now. Yeah, it's an experimental checkpoint which somebody injected Vase into the latest model, and it's the one that we want, so that's nice. Advantageous, you might say. So where is it? Fusion. No. Vase. Where is it? Can't see it. Uh-oh. Did something go wrong? Am I blind? Yeah, it's here. T2V, low noise, 14B, Vase Q8. So basically the same thing that we've been using so far, but it's got Vase in it as well. So, okay. When the wheel's completely outside the truck. It's like a video game. But yeah, perfect pose. Probably a little bit more detail. There's not usually accessories on the accessories. But yeah, perfect detail. It's the same face. I hope you can see it's been the same face the whole time. You know, yep. It's the same character. So it's really good, you know, at learning characters. So like, if you've got a good character model, go ahead and train it on Vase. Not Vase. What's it? Images Wan Laura trainer on replicate. All you got to do is put your zip of images in. If you've got captions, awesome. Put your trigger word in. Auto caption if you didn't have captions. I say use 10 or 20 times the number of images you have for the step count. And this is the bit that we've been playing with. Default is 632, which is 480p. And so I've been testing double and higher to see if we can squeeze more out of this beast. And yeah, you can. The question is it still elastic? And so that's what the Vase test is going to tell us. So yeah, we're doing well on time, I think. Half hour in and we're already on the ControlNets. That's good, that's good. So let's just move that out, I think. Probably. Now then, I've got to remember how you even apply ControlNet. Maybe we should just let's just remind ourselves. Let's take a little walk down the road with the memory lane. Vase. Vase Wan. I think this actually got put up on my thing. I feel like we did more than that though. Yeah, we did. So that one there looks like a reasonably late one. Fusion X padding. So let's take a look at the guts. So yeah, it did get to the point where we were just throwing random 2022 synth art in there. It's pretty epic. We had a good time. I forget what the result of that one was. So let's just take a look at where's the vase bits. So again, that's an output. And that's a bunch of post-processing stuff. So we need this. Ooh, look at this. Trim video latent. What's this? We might take all of this. Let's take all of that. What else does it attach to? It attaches to Pose. It attaches to Canny. I've got my black bars in there to make it up, whatever it is that we're going to put in here. And then we got Zenkai video prompt to just throw some random stuff through it. Okay, so we've got half a chance that this might actually work, guys. Let's just grab this chain here. I'll just bring it all. Just bring it all. I think for some reason I've got like loads of probes on here, so you can just ignore those. Is there anything else? It goes... No. I bet there's a new node with like a first frame, last frame, because I've seen it. I just haven't updated my comfy yet, guys. Okay, so if you see some different stuff on your screen, it's because I haven't updated. There is a first frame, last frame node, which is probably this one that's been updated. What's it called? WAN Vase to video sort of voice. Maybe it's image to video. It's like a slightly different node, but anyway. Aha, Mr. Furnicar, you missed a bunch of Cyber Society, good buddy, but don't worry, we'll be looking at more of that very soon. Yeah, back to the other workflow. Oh, did I even hit Control-C? Yeah, I did. Okay. So let's just drag this sucker down here. Oh, am I even in the right place? I'm in the wrong place. It's okay, I can leave it there. We'll leave it there, it's alright. I'm lost. I took a wrong turn, guys. Where did I go wrong? Here? Wait. Yeah. This is us. This is our stop. Alright, okay. So, we have the guts. So what I reckon is, I'll keep the two. There's quite a lot here. There's quite a lot here, guys. We might have to commit to one of them. I think the character is better in this one, but the background is better in this one. Like, she's been squished. I don't know, guys. I feel like the big one is better. I know. Option number 3. There's always a third option. We'll just take the one that I like. And we'll plug in the Vase stuff to that. Yeah, because it might not even work. It's an experimental Moodle. So what have we got? We've got a slightly different K sampler and stuff. So how about we just transplant this and see what happens? Yeah? Just line it up roughly like that, and then just transfer it basically. Might need another noodle here and there. Need another noodle, thank you very much. There we go. Are we going to do a reference image, first frame? We could, but let's deal with all the rest of it first. So from this, it looks like just that. I think we're pretty much done here. Yeah, because we're not taking the latent from this. It's interesting. And the size is just 768 by 768. I'm guessing that'll like auto aspect, I'm not sure. Might just be square. We might have to like engineer that. We could engineer it with this, but it's too high. It's too high. It's almost like I need a 480p setup. See, these are really for image generation, which is what we're doing. So I think we might get away with it. Guys. Alright, I'm going to be brave. And we're going to go for the big res out the gate. And hopefully it doesn't like disagree with us. So we're going to be doing one frame. One frame. Yup. One frame. One frame, 8 steps, no looking back. I think... wait, there's a seed. Okay, so let's bring the seed. The aspect ratio should be the same, so we might even be able to compare it. We'll have to see. So yeah, we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Push him up to where the other one was. Trim latent setup. It's a bit dirty, but it works. Right? Never clean. Oh well. Yep. It's bad, isn't it? Alright. Save it. Save it as that, it's fine. Right, so we should have like a Vase. Should have a Vase pipeline. So what are we going to use to drive it? I reckon good old Canny. And I'm going to bring one of my, here's one I made earlier setups. Okay guys, so let's see, we have the frames, alright, and the frames are going to be driven by, you guessed it, aspect size. I hope it doesn't blow up the Canny, because it's pretty big. Let's see, what do we got here? We got Stella. I haven't retrained that yet. Do we have anything I've actually got? We got nothing. We could do George with Cyber Society and chuck Thora out. We could do George with Cyber Society. It's even got the prompt. Does it though? Does it though? It's not quite what I had planned, but it would work. It would work. Maybe. Okay. So let's pull him to here. That's where that should really be. 1536 changes up the thing. I'm not using the image at the moment, I'm just using the prompt. So if I just hook that up, bypass that, that doesn't matter. This doesn't matter anymore. So we're going to take a George. George is one of the last Lauras I did on Civet. Sad face. But let me see if I can grab this. I think it should be over here, really. We'll do it in its own bit, whatever. We're not going to be using all of that stuff. It's just Canny we want. So straight in there. Don't think I need to do the black bars. So we can go straight in to reference image. No, wait, what am I talking about? Idiot. We go into control video, and then if we wanted, we could take the first frame, so whatever the first frame was, and we could put that in as well. But let's just show what that is first, so we even know what that is. Can we disconnect this for a minute? It's kind of distracting. We're not doing any of this stuff. We're not doing any of that stuff. Alright, so we might get tricky if it works, but at the moment we just want to get the frame out. Wait, is that frames? Yeah, it's frames. Alright, we're going to say 1 so it doesn't like spam us with a lot of frames. What's going on here? Do I have to actually number the frame? Let's go with frame 2 and put it on fixed. Right. So much untested stuff. Let's just hit the button and see what happens. No, we need to change the Laura. So we're going to change the Laura to... Have I retrained Empire? No. I've done retrain Cyber Society though. So if I say WAN space, we have a bunch of new ones. So I've got 945. I want to use 1428. So let's just copy the clip space. And then now, so I could actually have 945 here still. It's a bit weird because I'm swapping them around, but yeah, okay. So Cyber Society, right? So last thing I need to do is make sure that the actual trigger is correct. So it's going to be Society with numbers style. Whoops. Styly. No, not that one. Okay, we might turn that off as well because I need to work on this. Sometimes it can be a bit generic, and I think the cure is actually to switch to a VLM so that I can feed an image. So the first frame should be fed into the VLM, and then I think we've solved it. But I want to see this thing work first. Let's run it and see what I've missed. Oh, interesting. Oh, I've missed a VAE. Guys, I knew I needed at least one more noodle. Never enough. So it's going to make the other two. So cancel that. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, nice. I love it when it stops immediately. So that's what it's going to give the model for Canny. Now for the prompt. Currently, the prompt is going to be coming from... It's coming from here. And the prompt is crap. George, style video of redcoat infantry on a battlefield. And then we're using Society, George style. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit crap. So we could use like a prompt replace just to swap the trigger, but it's going to go into the enhancer anyway, so I think it might have got stripped. Yeah, it got stripped anyway. Professional, cinematic, historical. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, instead of just putting in, instead of just putting in this prompt, we could spice it up by blending that prompt and sending it all into the LLM, you know. And it's actually surprisingly easy to do. So we'll go text, and I'm going to do a little trick as well in the middle, which you'll appreciate. So we take the prompt and we put that into the B, in fact, yeah? And then we re-enable my Zenkai, which is currently on Sharona. Does it have? No, it doesn't. So we'll get a different one. So there are lots of different Zenkai prompt nodes with different abilities, but the main difference is this is just for prompts. So if I now go to Cyber Society, I don't have the new one. How do I not have the new one? I must have the new one. Have I not updated this page? Give us a minute, guys. I'm just having a moment. So how is that not in there? Is it called something else? WAN? It's called something else, guys. Questioning reality. So anyway, like I said, you're going to plug it straight into the A, and you think, oh, well, I thought you said you were going to show me a trick. Okay. So remember, this right here is LLM situation, all right? So let's just do this the other way around. So we've got the prompt from George, which is pretty thin, and then we've got the prompt from Wan Society, which is all super thick and futuristic. Yeah. But remember, there's a prefix and a suffix on this one. So what we can do is, it's going to do comma space, and then we're going to do use the following style example to blend and combine these prompts, colon, space, and then it will join it and put that into the LLM as an instruction. So let's just attach that there so you can see what it does. So it's like embedding a prompt in the middle of two joined prompts. Yeah, an LLM instruction, I mean, so it makes a bit more sense. Taking two text prompts from randomizers and then putting an instruction in between them so that he will do the combination and all that. It's not important. Okay, so then we just need a cool. Let's just run it. Is it all hooked up now? Are we actually going to do it? That'd be cool. Let's just put that like there. That'll do. I don't even know if it'll work. It's trying. Oh, it did it. Oh. I don't even know. Like, if it comes out looking anything like this, then... I mean, I don't know how it's going to do that. Oh, it could crunch any moment. The explosions... Is it going to do it? It might. It's very experimental, guys, and we are pushing our luck. Ooh. How long do I look at it until I've decided I broke it, though? That's the question. It might just pop into life any moment. It's unbelievable. Oh. Ooh. 0 of... Wait, you can't see it. It's too high. Too low, even. Move this up. It's working. So now the next question is... It might run, but does it... Wait, that's fast. Oh, no, it's not. We're just making an image. 90 seconds. It just seems fast, though. Maybe it's actually small and it ignored my size instruction. We'll have to see, because this is pretty big. I don't know what it's going to do, really. I'm going to debug the thing. Once you get it working, it's like, oh, did it work, though? Here we go. Prompt is there, but I don't see it. I mean, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. I mean, because the thing is, if I put a reference image in as well as the ControlNet, it's just image to image. So I'm trying not to do that. Let's see. It's doing another one though. Oh right, it's doing the rest. Okay. So we'll actually get to compare it seed for seed and see if it did anything. So yeah. Let's see. It's the same as the middle one. So the middle one is just the same but without ControlNet. And we are using Wan Nag. It's nice. I mean, you know, the composition is there, but the thing is that Wan typically would make that kind of composition. If you ask me, it doesn't really... you could say, well, there's nothing really there, so what would it do? And it would do that, but I don't know. I would have thought that they would line up more. What a stickler. But the thing is, look, we've got a 2048 by 1152 image. We've got a 2048 by 1152 image. So it's rescaling, isn't it? They do have the Cyber Society hats on as well, so it's tried to style them. You know, this is the trademark helmet design that you'll see in a lot of the robots. You can see that in there. Maybe it's just either not strong enough or it needs a couple more steps. Or maybe the Canny's not very good. Let's take a preview on that Canny image as well while we're at it. We'll get that one on the next spin. So I'll probably disable... Oh. I mean, this is actually trained on a different resolution, so it may make a different image. But I would say that is actually close. Like if you zoom out, there's no flag though. Like that isn't the same. Like that, the colors are kind of in the same place. It kind of follows the same shape. But I'm probably just kidding myself. What we'll do is we'll disable this top row because it's not a fair comparison, and it will save time. Even though that is a nice image though, don't you think? You know, it's got nice Cyber Society style and it's blended it with... Oh wow, look at that. We've got a little bit of alternate history going on up here. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so... Pikeman in an age of artillery. Now there's the story. But yeah, so this one's using 945, which I think is safer for 1024 by 1024 generations. But for this exact project, we're pushing it to 1536. And it does work. It works well. Like I said, they look stunning, actually. Great hands, great faces. They're all samey, but that's because I'm loading my Laura, which has got, you know, a trained face for men and women. So they will all look the same. It's not trained with multiple people. So all the men look like this one guy with varying degrees of, you know, masks, chin straps. And then all the women look like this Asian girl. Usually. But again, it's blending old-timey history with sci-fi at the moment. It's interesting. So let's see what it actually did with the prompt. So if I had the George-style Laura, the trigger would be there, which is nice. But cinematic period drama of red-coated infantrymen on Napoleonic War battlefield, rendered in high-definition TV as footage aesthetic. The scene captures soldiers in weathered, period-accurate uniforms with raised muskets and determined expressions marching through fog-drenched fields and over rocky terrain. Dramatic... What? Chiaroscuro lighting. That's a new one. Highlights their rugged faces from the smoke, faces and the smoke from cannons, while a wide-angle perspective emphasizes the chaotic scale of battle. It's about to change, isn't it? It's about to change, guys. Perhaps you need a Laura that forces faces to become a mask. Yeah, you don't need a Laura. You just need a prompt enhancer that contains that rule. If I made in here that everybody has masks, it will do it. Most of your WAN generations, yeah, I think the solution is you have to train your Laura with multiple characters. So if you actually trained like 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know, 6 different characters and they're all standing on screen in different combinations, it'll learn, oh, there's actually 2 different people here. But I think that when we're so good at training our consistent characters, it kind of goes, this is a universe of that guy, which is fine because we needed it to be the same. But video models are very consistent just so they can exist. And so I think that we might end up changing our training strategy a little bit, but yeah. So let's have a look at that new prompt. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to leave it on the screen for a second. I'm just going to scan through it here. Okay. All right. So this one is no WAN Vase. This one is the Vase experiment. Now, looking at the Canny, it's not good, guys. The Canny's not good. We need to improve the Canny, guys. That's not good. It could be the image quality is bad. Yeah, I probably need to pivot to like better image input. Let's go Stella because it might blend well. let's go Stella. It might blend well. It might blend better than George. And it will certainly give better Canny. I don't know how big it's going to be. Okay. I think we've got a plan. So it's going to continue doing this. So again, yeah, it's not. But what can it follow though, you see? It's like when you actually drill into it, you're like, oh, you know, what the hell was it supposed to make of that? Because, you know, if I give it this and say a bunch of stuff, you can't really expect much. So I think it's because that sample image, although it is high, you know, it's got a high pixel count. Look at it. It's from TV, isn't it? It's from TV. You could probably count the pixels on that guy's face with one hand. So yeah, we need much more high definition, as in pixel depth, rather than just pixels. Not, you know, depth, not count. It's not a bad image though. It's doing the thing. Even a bunch of dead guys, which is rare to see. I think these guys have just been captured. That's much more ethical. The red coats are wearing black underneath. For some reason. Maybe that's the outfit. Yeah, that's the silk coat. It's the underdress from the Cyber Society. It's even got that silk texture to it almost. Alright. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Right, cool. Let's load it up. Oh, it's not a good image. Stop. Ollama's running. Once Ollama starts, he can't stop. We need a different one. Ideally, something that you can make out. This is like some kind of demon boss. This is the trouble about having like randomized samples. Sometimes you get... Oh, is it the same one? Why didn't it change? It's like one frame later. Oh, it's on fixed. I am a numpty. Oh, cool. This album came out today. You're listening to this track right now. But it's on Spotify. I gotta wait for Ollama. I mean, it was doing something, but it wouldn't have been anything to, you know, you got to give it a good input. I can't fault it for not, you know. We can also add clip vision as well. Do we have a clip vision input on that thing? Where's the clip vision input? Oh, there's no vision input. I wonder where would you stack that in? I've seen it on the image to video one. Look at all this. Sampler for image to video. Fun models. That's all. Video X Fun. One image to video. Clip vision. Yeah. There it is. Comfy core, baby. So, oh my goodness me. Look at this bad boy. Just, you somehow figure that one out. So I guess you would use it instead of that. Usually. It would sit there, you know, and then you would have a start image and a clip vision, which is clip H, if you were wondering. But I still think that the Canny's dirty. Wait. Didn't I put a preview on that thing? Alright, it's over here. Are we still generating? What's going on here? Something's happened. Wait, let me guess. Ollama needs to update. We're all sat there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Do you know what that time it is, though, guys? It's coffee time. Don't forget to pick up my book, Counting the Parameters, on Amazon. The link's in the inside line, and it will be on the website soon. It's pretty good. It's rated PG. Pretty good. yes, I have a stash. Looks like the joke's on me, boys. We've run out. There's no coffee left. Panic stations. Well, you know what they say. When you can't drink coffee, just drink water out of a bottle. Alright, coffee break's over. There ain't none. There ain't no coffee. There's only water. But that's okay. It's good. It's good. Right. So, what have we been doing tonight, guys? We've been seeing if we can actually get, canny to canny. At the moment, I'm having a little bit of an issue with... Wait. Oh, yeah, of course. It's still... Let's see. It's not really very good, is it? It's not really good. What I really need to do, I got an idea to save some time. Here we go. Oh, it's in a queue because the other thing is stuffed, isn't it? Dangerous. Very dangerous. Closing workflows. Very dangerous. Right, let's get back to business. So what do we got then? We got a crazy prompt enhancer. He's out of control. But there's our prompt, look. Big old prompt. But we need to figure out, so look, stop. Is it going to stop? I don't even think this is going to work because... actually... I take it back, Ollama's running. So actually it's just being slow to warm up because it was already running when we started, I guess. But yeah, the plan is to get an image which actually has some definition to it. And my idea for that is literally we're just going to prompt it until we get an R, take the seed. So I'm just going to find one. But, as usual, I'm being delayed as a blocker. For some reason. Ollama's being weird. Are we going to time out, or what's going on? I mean, I hope you can appreciate that it did its best. Or did it? Let's check it. Time to do it. The prompt went in. I'm not seeing much about soldiers here, actually. Did he ignore me? Maybe he ignored me. How rude. It's hard to know. We've done so many different things tonight. Let's see. So this was, I think, our video workflow. As it turned out. Oh. There it is. So it suddenly popped off, did it? What's it doing now? It's done. Right, thank you. We finally caught up. Okay, I mean... Next. Right. We got something. It's vaguely a person. So, I will copy that. And we'll see if we can do better. Do better. Do better. Do better. It's getting there. That was almost good. This is all from the intro of Stella Beloo. I'm just looking for something with good definition because we've bothered to do this, so... Cool, we're getting slaughtered by the RNG here. I mean, there's stuff there, but okay. That one. I mean, it's a person. I mean, you could say it's all dark and stuff. Oh crap! Did I just change it? Oh god. Fix and check it. No. Come on, man. Oh. Oh dear. It was the last one. Right. Increment. Increment. Now it's like in order now. Okay. So like we'll skip forward to 7:40. Oh. Alright. Now that I'm fixed. Is it actually that one though? No, it's the one before it. Yes. Finally. We have a number. Right. Where's the other workflow then? Hey, here we are. Right then. So this would be a workflow for this thing. So there's the seed in there. So now we should get person. Oh man, is that all we get? Man, do I have to? Yeah, I do. I knew this day would come. We'll let it cook, but basically we need to figure this out because this is a thing. When you're doing video and Canny and all, you can't be having. Let's just stop it. Can we stop it? Can't stop it. It's Ollama. Should know better. Right. So anyway, once this springs into life. Oh, okay, fine. So let's say we want to do 1 and 0. Try again. Okay. What about 0.2? So just not a good image after all, guys. Let's see if we can keep going into it. Let's judge it on the actual Canny. Man, you can't tell what's going on, can you? There's just nothing there. Do we have a better Canny? Canny Edge. Oh. Okay. Now we're talking. Get image counts. Thing. Dynamic. Oh, no, we'll get longest. Get long. Get long. Alright, how about just long? Go side. Put that one there and there, and hopefully it doesn't like explode a fiery death. Let's give it another blast. Okay, it did not change size. Try 50. It's better. That's a person. It doesn't, you know, I mean... Do we have to go back one to get that one again? Yes, we do. Right, so... oh, hang on. Johnson, you haven't even hooked it up, mate. Whoops. Much better. Much better. That's what I was expecting to see. But it has made it bigger though, so I've obviously screwed something up there. Here. So how about we just do the get size, and you'll have to change it over, I guess, when you go from vertical to horizontal, but if I go, it's going to be height, I think. Yeah. Height. Go. Okay, that gives me 640 by 480. It's very nice. That's good. And this is how you want to do it. Right, so then we just need to get that in the other side now. Oh, copy that, and it's that seed. We'll have to come back for the seed. So let's just post that one there, and worry about the resizing and all that business later, because again, I've resized that, so yeah, nightmare times. What are we going to do? We're going to take the seed, put it in the Delta loader. There we go. It was 10 seeds away. Okay, so this all looks good. So we need to get. So I'm taking it from here at the moment. So I'd have to do like that and that, and hope for the best. Ooh, it's going to be spicy. The thing is, that's pretty big. We will not be using that, so we'll transfer that to there. Delete it, because the other one is not very good. Size, we put that to the longest, and then we get a preview. We don't need that anymore. Bring it up a bit. It should give us, and then we should even have a prompt that's describing that scene. So fixed, randomized. So the only thing is, this might be crap, but it doesn't seem to be paying much attention to this at the moment, as a matter of fact. There. Use the following style example to blend and combine these prompts. Maybe I need to put like a /n for a new line. /n? I forget. See if it breaks everything. You can't do that, Johnson. /n. Yeah, I think I did it wrong anyway, but let's find out. Min height. Yes, so in other words, shortest. You know how there's the node I use called longest side? It just needs a shortest side. Maybe there already is one. I never even tried to search for it. Short. No, there isn't. So yeah, the opposite of longer. I think you type longer, image size, longer side. Unless, of course, image size, unless the other one does it. Image size, side, longest, shortest. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So we got one there. We got a good node, guys. Let's see. We can use it. So then we still have to change it though. Be nice if it detected it automatically by the aspect ratio, wouldn't it? No wait, it will be automatic. Yeah. So okay. What are you doing, computer? There. Upgrade complete. The tower grows. We need to construct additional pylons, guys. Can I unplug my mouse now? It should be charged. Ooh. So we've got a good canny now. Well, do we though? Ooh, why is it all weird? Why is it all jagged? Do we? Might be that. Bilinear will blur it a bit. I mean, yeah, cool image, and it followed the thing, but I don't think it's following Canny right now. I mean, it's making a person in that place. It feels like it's just weak. ControlNet strength. It's already at 1. ControlNet strength is 1. Like I said, this is experimental, so the fact that it's not throwing errors is not bad. you know. Could switch to pose. Let's see if we've got it here. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. People are walking on my grave in the future again. Ooh. Alright. Video prompts. Go in there, please, and show me what you can do. And oh, we need to do our image size, all one word, side. And then that's an easy upgrade, actually. Nice. Shortest. And do I put that up to there as well? Nice. Convenient. What are we going to get? Should get a skeleton in a... Oh. Yeah. Is it because it's too small? It is small. I mean, I can see what it is, but... I mean, it'll show if it even does it in the right place, I guess. And that's all I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like it works at the moment, though, if I'm being honest. So just put that there. Take the exact same bits. Put that there. Take that. Obviously, I could use reference image, and then it will look like that, and it will be in the right place. But it won't be the pose that did it, will it? It will be image to image, which we're not doing. We're just doing text to image. We're making the oh. Oh, it is working. Alright, cool. So like I said, did it pull the style out? Yeah. Did it try to, it's tried to do all the things, but it doesn't seem to be doing the ControlNet right now. Is it going to stop when it gets to there? I hate it when it does that. Yeah, we can make that too. I know it's a strange combination that we're trying to make it do here, but some devs named the shortest side resolution. Okay, it's a nice convention. Yeah, you're probably right as well. I'm not disagreeing. Probably. Like, there are all sorts of conventions, like, oh, that's the way we do it. But yeah, sometimes that information can be hard to find. It's sort of like stuff that would have been useful to know. You usually get it from a place like a college, but not always. Okay, so did it really follow? No, not really. I mean, that is the ControlNet. So let's see. No, I mean, that's generous. Do you know what I mean? Make it the same height. Ish. No, it did not. Now, could it be because I'm using the wrong settings? Yes. Do I think it's that? No. Because this is the settings we used with the same thing. Fusion X 2. This is the 2.1 Vase setup here. No, doesn't work. I mean, we're using my prompts with my Laura. That works. You know, we're getting Cyber Society-ish style, you know, that video game. I mean, did it have an effect? Yes. You can see that there is an effect here. And it is kind of going... It just seems like it's not strong enough. You see what I mean? It seems like it's not strong enough. I wonder if it's because my Fusion X is turned down and it's making it less. I'm also going to put this to 1.0. Let's leave the other thing and do the 1.0 on the Laura strength first. I mean, it shouldn't... I don't think it's that. Wait, what's going on here? It's just getting ready to do the next one. I don't know. It's like, because the thing is, it kind of gets closer to what you're trying to do when it's weak. So it could be related to that. Well, I'll have the other version coming up here, so... Sometimes it's something as simple as you got to use beta EULA or something. You know, we're using UniPC Simple here. I don't know. You'd have to just check it and check it. Find out. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's trying to do the thing, and we have given it 2 complex prompts. You can see, you know, it's trying to do the thing, guys. And we're not even using vision at the moment. Yeah, this should be just ControlNet, and then obviously the test is that. But all of this different sampler setup could cause the difference between the images, because, you know, this is EULA Beta, this is UniPC Simple. I suppose I could change this to EULA Beta and see what happens. It's probably a good shout, actually. Beta! And also put it on 12 steps. And what else could we do? And then the last thing, I guess, is turn Fusion to 1. But that might impact quality, because I know that's a fine balancing act. I don't know. We've turned the Laura strength up for this one, so it should be... Oh, you know what? It's not far from where she is. You see what I mean? So it's like, if the model does that on its own, what's the ControlNet doing? I mean, it does seem to do something. It's just super weak, guys. I don't know if it's being pushed down by all of those features in... Oh, I know what we can do. Yeah, that's even easier, actually. So we'll queue up what we've already changed, and then we'll just turn Fusion X off. Just turn Fusion X off. So we've still got Lightning running. That's a point, actually. We've got... we have... WAN... light... Where is it? I've got Lightning X 2.2 somewhere. So there's like a new one for this model now. I think... Did I put it in the wrong place? Big WAN... What's it called? Because there's like Realism Boost. There's all these different Lauras, and we don't even use them half the time. So 2.1, 2.1, Fusion X, yeah, it's missing. So I wonder where I've stashed it. It's probably in my downloads folder. How are we doing over here? It gets confusing because I think it's like these two are the same, and now it makes the bottom one first. I wish that it would do it in order of top to bottom, but sometimes it just comfy goes, I'm going to do the last one first, and then it's like, oh crap, which way round, which one's which? This is one of the reasons why sometimes I'll put lots of different file names in here, but you can always just drag it in and figure it out like that. But so trying to compare things. Okay. I mean, look, it's not a close-up, yeah? But we've got the red sword, we've got the yellow accents that it can see. It's blending it with my Laura. I might turn my Laura off as well, actually. And just see how close it can get without, you know, because maybe my Laura is now causing problems, right? Let's see. Yeah, and we can disable that as well. So it's not blending my thing. And turn my Laura off. There we go. So then it's just the prompt. Just the prompt and the input. Okay. Now it might get a bit slower because of all that, but you know. Interesting. It's not following. I mean, look, there is elements of the image are in the right place, but the framing isn't right. No ControlNet, apparently. See, I would normally see ControlNet have a bigger impact than this. I mean, look at... Using that. You know, you can say a lot, but that ain't that. That ain't that. So we think we're turning off. Yeah, so this is with no Fusion X. So Fusion X is gone. It's actually a bit more faithful to the blending, but we should lose the Cyber Society elements in the next two. It's interesting. What ControlNet am I using? It's alright, Dragon. Do you know what? You've just had a good point. I'm not using a ControlNet. I'm using Vase, technically. So, Wan Vase. So I guess I am, but I am, and I aren't. Somebody injected it into the weights, so I'm just seeing. Ooh, wait a minute. Is that just coincidence? Yeah, it is. It's just coincidence. I don't know though. It looks. I mean, but the thing is, when I get the ControlNet input. I mean, actually, it's not very good. But if you imagine, maybe it is working, but just badly. See, this is cope. This is big time cope, guys. You're witnessing right now, because I want it to work, but I don't know if it will actually work. Because obviously it's an experiment. It's an experiment. So, yeah, WAN 2.214b if you just joined. It is technically a video generation model, but I've trained my best image Laura to be an image generation and video generation model. All in one. What? Do you know what? Look, the pose is wrong. The pose is wrong. But that's what it should be. But then when we switch on this, we get this. I mean, what do you think, guys? Is it just, we need to do more. We need more. That's what it is. We can't though, because they're all going to be the same input. Trials and tribulations. So, I mean, look, it could just be dumb luck, okay? We have to do another one to find out. Because obviously, you know, that's the closest it's come so far. And we were using Pose. We put Pose in there. And look, it's like, it's not doing a very good job of making the pose either. So, like, if you actually had a good pose. I love it. Why? Because for some reason it was giving us crappy Canny as well earlier. You might have cracked this, by the way, but you went another way. Oh, okay, interesting. Checking like you for flukes. Yeah, exactly. You just got to try stuff. If someone put out a model weights which has experimental Vase, I'll try it. Do you know what I mean? We'll try it. And look, it does seem to be doing something, but I need it to consistently try to do that thing. Otherwise, like I say, it could be a fluke. I do think that this image quality is a bit generic, and this image quality is a bit more interesting to look at. But I think the Laura's gone now. It could have been my Laura. Maybe my Laura was getting in the way of it doing it. Could be. Because that Laura was quite strong. Could have turned the Laura down. You never really know what it is. You have to just try everything. And that takes time. So I think what we'll do next is turn Fusion back on. Because I feel like maybe my Laura choked it out. Let's see. But there's a lot of stuff in Fusion X. There's a lot of stuff in Fusion X. Like Cause Vid, Act Video. There's like 5 tools all rolled in one. It's very nice, but... Oh yeah, I'm looking for that lightning thing as well. Give me a sec. Please enjoy the image generations as they come. Let's see if I can find that Laura. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Maybe it's that unconfirmed download. I suppose we could just pick it up again, couldn't we? What the heck is that? I've got something, I don't know what it is. Alright, we're just going to get it again. Enough messing about. What's happened here? Nothing? Oh, it didn't change. The seed should have changed. Let me check what's going on. Seed. Ah. There we go. So it's been on fixed seed the whole time. It's good to know though, because that means that this is what it produced, and that's what happened with the ControlNet. So the ControlNet, even if it's not working, it is trying to do something. Like, it has a prompt, it has an input. Do you know what? I think it is actually working. It's just hard to tell. Let's get this out of the way a bit. It's probably a little misleading. How about we put it next to it? That down there. That's what it was originally. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like it's doing its best, guys. I think that there's nothing in the prompt to say, oh, cut off at the waist or anything. So And we haven't, this Laura hasn't been trained into this, by the way. We haven't done that. So, you know, just fair is fair and all. Maybe I'll do that later. See, technically, this is a video model. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? I have trained this model. Hang on a minute. I think it's ST3. So let's change this. ST3LL4R. Something like that. And then ST3 Wan, Stella Wan. Stella Wan. There's not another one, is there? STE, where I stopped calling it with a 3. No, there is. This is that one. So we will copy and paste. Okay, so actually, now it is that one. I completely forgot, guys. We actually did train this Laura. So let's see what happens when we train a model on this video and then try to plug it into the thing like this. Mind you, does it need video? No, it's fine. I might need to turn the strength up to some ungodly amount, but we'll see what happens. I mean, do you know what? That to that, it's not a big difference, is it? That could just be a seed change. I mean, we know it's the same seed, but it could just be a seed change. And sometimes you'll get that from, you know, a different Laura. But we're using the Wan Vase weights. I mean, what else could affect this? I mean, just having ControlNet. Like, I suppose this sampler might be different. It's got the same settings here. I've tried to make it as similar as possible. The trim video latent bit, maybe we don't need that, because it is only one image. It shouldn't affect it though, because it's... I don't know. Face doesn't really appear where it should. We got the Lauras on now, yeah we do. They probably need to be really strong now. In early testing we needed to bump them up quite a bit. So I'll start at 1.0 and see how we go. Nothing, no change. Nothing. No change. Alright, fine, so we'll bump it up. I'm going to start at 5 and hopefully it cooks itself. If it doesn't, we'll go higher. Why is this changing at the same time? Why are these now quantum linked? Look, 6. That one's now updating. It's like haunted. I changed this one. Bet the other one's changed. That's freaky, dude. It's like ever since I did the copy pasta on them, they're now like a hive mind. I don't know what happened. I mean, it's a cool feature if it's supposed to happen, but I've never seen that one before. It's probably just a bug. I probably need to refresh the browser. So what are we waiting for? Waiting on that last one, which is going to be... It's not going to change, guys. So essentially, this is what you get with no Laura. And in a minute, you'll get what happens with my Laura. Ready? Any minute now. Oh, and it like slightly changed the pose because it's super weak. That's what we figured out. Oh look, she's actually no. Run again. So we bumped up the strength of my Laura to like 5. and we haven't given it the first frame, which is the last. See, if you're doing video, you do everything that we've done and you give it the first frame, and then it will just make this scene like this every time but different. That's what you get. So if that's what you're trying to do, it's easier to do that. But I would just use 2.1 Vase right now, because it's actually like officially supported, rather than what we're doing is we're experimenting with 2.2 weights that somebody put Vase in to see if it would work. And I mean, I think it kind of works, but not enough. Like, it is doing stuff. You can see the difference. If you play Spot the Difference with the images, it is doing something, but it's not actually following the pose in this case, you know. It's just different image that's slightly, maybe closer to the target. We'll swap back over to Canny in a minute, just to sort of... so we'll just put that one straight into control video. And again, it's for video, right? So there's a lot of stuff that we might be doing here that's just never going to work, you know, by nature of the fact that it wasn't built for it, blah, blah, blah. I got to update my comfy again, that kind of jazz. So I'm not making any like hard conclusions here, because I think that it's a moving picture anyway. Okay, so we ended up with... Do you know what? I think it is actually following, guys. And do you know what? With the Laura loaded, look at that. It actually looks like Stella Beloo, dude. It's coming out nice. That's the face of one of the characters. I mean, she's got a katana, a laser katana. She's even got the yellow outfit and all. Fire in the background. You see? I reckon we can pump this up to 6 and get it even closer, guys. So these are like Lauras that we trained on video. So the reason that they have to go up so high is because they were actually built for video. It makes sense when you think about it. Oh, it's already... Oh, God, it's linked. The Borg out here. Imagine that, a workflow that knows the settings you want and does it for you before you get there. Like, oh, I came here to do something, but it's already done. Okay. So how does it look without the ControlNet? Because we know the Laura is good, okay? That's not really the question. Does it follow that? I mean, it does, though, guys. Look, I know that the prompt is very close, okay? Like, the prompt is very... Do you know what I mean? The prompt alone is very good, right? The prompt and what the Laura is going to do without ControlNet is already describing... Not perfectly. Probably a little bit too sharp. But here's the thing. If we take a pose from this, it can only do so much. And I think he's actually doing the pose at 480. You know what I mean? I think for some reason the pose... Oh, it's 512. I forgot to hook it up, didn't I? Right, before we go back, I need to try it one more time, don't I? God damn it. Right. Just realised I didn't hook up this one to here, which might solve it. But then that's the thing, though. It's not being sized up. Well, maybe it will be in a minute. All right, we'll give it one last blast. I'll give it one last blast. Hook that back into the ControlNet. Yeah, basically I realized I left this on 512. That's the gaff. There's the gaff for you guys. But yeah, so maybe it'll, because the reason the face is wide and stuff is because it's the aspect ratio has stretched it. Look, it's 512. So let's try it one more time. Okay, so now it's 2048 by 1152. So it won't get stretched is what I'm saying, right? So I know it looked, so yeah. So now it's not going to get stretched. Maybe it will actually match. Because there was a bit of weird skewing going on, I think. Because you can see the shoulders and the arms are lining up. And I know they kind of already were, but it's facing the camera more. I mean, the face is supposed to be giant, which you would think makes it closer to the camera, but it's a funny one. But yeah, you can really see the LoRa working there. So, do you know what? We'll do a little control here. So let's just copy this, paste it here, turn off the LoRa, and turn it on. So that means it's the same, but different. Now it's just the same. 16 to 9, 64, 5, 10, 1. 12, 1, beta, yeah, it's all got the same stuff on there. So then we've got a no LoRa, so we can see, you know, what happens when we don't have the LoRa loaded at the top there. And I think that's pretty much sealed the deal. So I'll go with a new seed as well. And remember, we've been working off of the same ControlNet the whole time. So the ControlNet and prompt has not changed. We've occasionally changed the seed, but what we're trying to do is just prove that this is actually, is it really doing the thing? Because I'm not sure if it is. Come to it with a healthy dose of skepticism. You know, I'd like it to work because I want to use it, but I need to know what its limitations are. And like I said, at the moment you can see it's not really framing right. It's taking a bit of liberty with the angle of the weapon, stuff like this. Now that could just be because the Canny's not very good and it's just a still, and maybe it would learn a whole bunch from the temporal relationship of a sequence. And the thing is, we have the sequence, we've got it. I can build a video workflow and it, you know, does that tomorrow. But let's see if we can get this done here. Tomorrow we'll be looking at in-painting, it looks like. We won't have time for it now. I'll get it done off stream. But yeah, one thing I've been looking into is realistic faces, objects, so concept training, and in-painting has been one. A couple of other things I have up my sleeve, but none of these are like, it's like, think of all the videos we've done over the last year. A lot of that old stuff applies to the new stuff. So there's stuff I've even forgotten. Like, no one's even tried spherical linear, you know, SLG. No one's even tried that. So slurp. It could be slurp time again, guys. You know, spherical temporal guidance might come back again. So you never really know which way it's going to go. I did see that there was obviously a Canny and a depth ControlNet model, which you can also use, but I wanted to check out the Vase first because it came out. It's older now. Do you know what I mean? It's like a couple days old. I mean, it is a bit closer now. It's still not 100% following it. You can see that it is. Look, she's, because the thing is, you can't deny that she's in the right place. The face isn't being followed very well, but maybe it doesn't, and maybe this Vase, this Vase doesn't understand faces. That's what it is. It doesn't understand faces or hands. That's what it is. And I bet you I know why, because there's an open pose standard that doesn't use it. Where is it? Is it just open pose and then we just turn these off? Yeah, it doesn't understand hands and faces. Oh, I know why. It's the Annie tree, is it? Annie tree? Oh, what was it called? DW pose. There, uni-animate. This one. This one's for video. It doesn't have faces. So they didn't even bother with face. It doesn't even have face support. Because why bother? You know, no. If people are planning to use that, I bet that's what it is. Right, hang on. Let's swap it over and see if it gets better. Pose image, poses. Do we have to put a size in this one? I think it just does it by itself. Yeah, it does it by itself. So I'll mute that one. Another one down the bottom. Yeah, okay. But yeah, you can actually. Oh, wait. According to this, my Laura doesn't do anything. Oh, I turned it off. Idiot. Oh, crap. They're linked. Oh, no. I don't want them to be linked. Okay, so I'm going to have to... Oh. They became linked like the Borg, and Oh, dear. I've got to do it again. Hang on. Wan... Is it Wan Dash Society? No, is it one just... Stella is what I should be doing. There we go. Stella. Oh, well, it's off anyway, but hey, whatever. In fact, I don't need it there, do I? We need Fusion X then. Which one is it? Okay, and this is at 0.4. I was sat there like, doesn't look like your Laura's loaded, boss. Alright, one more go, he says. There's always one more. There's always time for one more. Next seed to check. Yeah, I just want to make sure that the apparatus is actually set up right, and then we'll do new seeds, because at the moment we're just seeing if it's even actually working at all. So, there we go. Oh, it's even worse. It seems to be trying to do hands as well, strangely. Can't really do a head. Are you serious? Draw body, yes. Draw feet, draw hands, draw head. Ugh, wow. Okay, so it can. Wait, so it can do a head? I've never seen it do a head. It didn't detect one. Oh. So annoying. Does it need to be like real people? Is that what it is? It like can't detect video game faces or something? I have seen that before, where they're just not very good at that. That's funny. There is actually a... Well, there's a head, not a face. Turn them off. It's kind of pointless. But it's fast, though. So say you had like a video that was really long. It can do 81 frames in 0.02 seconds. That's 0.02 seconds for your 81, like your 3-second clipper. So it's actually really good for video, which we're not doing. So yeah, it was actually better to use this one. Fun times. Gotta check it though, right? You're not gonna know if you don't find out. So let's turn hands off, because it can't. I don't think it really understands that. And I'll turn faces off as well, because again, we only need the body, the booty. So it looks like because it was on same seed, it's only going to generate this one again. Everything else is the same. See, it is. Do you know what? Yeah, it does work. It does work. It's just a bit sketch. Do you know what I mean? It's not quite right. Like her arm should be bent forwards a bit. You see, she's in like a samurai pose. She's got, but this isn't a very good image either. You know what I mean? I blame myself. All right, I blame myself. Really, because the image could be better, couldn't it? It could be a picture of me in the garden. So let's just be fair. If you give it better input, you know, garbage in, garbage out, all that. But when you think about it, there's a sword there. There's a sword there. There's a person there. There's a person there. It even kind of looks like the person. And remember, we're not putting the image in here. The image, there's no first frame on this one, so I'm not cheating by, you know, just giving it the image, right, to start with. Oh, I want you to make this. Here it is. You know, which is cheating in a way, because we're trying to see what the effect of the ControlNet's going to be. So has it finished making this image yet? It still seems to think that this Laura has no effect. which is clearly not true because you can see it working. I just gotta wait. See, those were both the same because the LoRa got turned off by accident. But it hasn't changed. So that means this one will change because the LoRa will be turned on. Got it. I'm up to speed, guys. Interesting. So that is the Stella style version of what you would have got from the scene and the prompt. So this is what we expect from a LoRa working properly. I know, I had to put it to strength 6, but again, the reason is because some WAN LoRas for 2.1 were trained on images. Those will load at normal strengths like 1, 0.7 to 1.3, normal strengths, right, for blending and all. But if you have a LoRa that was trained on video clips, which a lot of mine were, you have to bump them up to 6. And I think the reason is because they have a low attention when they're trained lots of video frames. That's the only thing I can think of. But you can see that it is trying to change the pose. It did change the pose of the character. It put it more where... See? It's not amazing, but it lines up. Do you know what I mean? You can say a lot about this and that, but that skeleton is lined up. Okay? Did it follow every single limb 100%? No. But the shoulders and the forearms are definitely in the right place. So I'd say, actually, yeah, it works fine. You just got to be careful about matching the size of the input to the generation, because obviously there'll be some squishing, and that's what we were seeing originally. As for the actual interpretation of the input, the reason it's not like that is because that's actually what we're putting in. You know what I mean? You have to kind of forget this, because really it's that. And when you think that it put that in and we got that out, that's not bad. And then if you go ahead and say, well, what if without the ControlNet, looks like that. Hands are a bit weird, which is rare. And then if you didn't have the LoRa loaded at all and you were just using default, at 1536 high res, so this is WAN 22 image generation in high res, you're going to get something like this, which is actually pretty good. Like, you can zoom in all the way on these guys. They're super nice. For digital art and stuff, this is like boss. But like I say, we need to see that it's not just a lucky seed, so we have to do it one more time. So yeah, actually this is working. So the next thing is to create a workflow which is going to do video animation with this. Now, if you're wondering what the hell are you talking about, Vase, blah blah blah, you can find this on Hugging Face. It is called WAN 2.2 T2B Low Noise 14B Vase Q8 GGUF. So if you search for WAN 2.2 GGUF in Hugging Face, I mean, even if you just search WAN 2.2, there will be a lot of other models on there, but as far as I know, there's only one which has got Vase in the title. Okay, Vase is like a combined ControlNet that's in the model. So you don't need ControlNet this, ControlNet that. You just shove the stuff into the generation and it works, okay? And if you put a first frame in, it gets even better. So I wanted to kind of show you, I know I've been going on about, oh, I've retrained all my image models and blah, blah, blah. And I have. But I want to say that also my video models are very good for generating with as well. So what I want to do is essentially see if we can put some video in now. I mean, the easiest one to do is the dancing girls, guys, for video, because I think I even released it. So it's like, you generate a dance and then you use that video as the ControlNet input. There it is. Do you know what I mean? You just loop it back in, right? So it's like, where do I get my ControlNet from? You generate it first and then use that. So it's like 2 steps. It works. And the best thing is you'll have a different, it'll be like, you know, generate the dance and then put that into the Canny for generating the other thing, and with the Laura. Like, you know, we've got lots of stages here, haven't we? So, you know, you guys know what I mean. Multi-step. I would say, though, it does get a bit juggly if you have, like, context editing going on in the middle and stuff. But it's worth doing that for the first frame. So, like, you know, manipulate the first frame with a context or something. I would say, though, that these resolutions beat context by quite a bit. So it's, like, kind of hard. I mean, look, again, you could talk about the stylization. You could talk about photorealism, right? But this is a video model. It wasn't really made to make high-quality images. And look at it. It kind of looks like digital art, but with, like, a realistic face. I love it. That's without my Laura. With my Laura, which was trained on screenshots from the game, you get something like that. Yeah, I know it's not canon, but it's pretty cool that you can get this close, is all I'm saying. And it isn't supposed to be exactly. This is just a text prompt with the Laura. So whatever it thought Stella Blade was, when I typed a prompt in, it gave me that. So that's all that's about. And then obviously this is going to be with the ControlNet of her holding the sword like this. But again, I don't think it's able to really interpret that. So the last thing to check is, now we've figured it out, let's see if we can put this, you know, switch to Canny. Because I know most people prefer to use Canny. So there's our... oh, it's slightly better this time. We've got a head. Kind of luck of the draw. Look at that, the overlay's perfect. Well, okay, so maybe one of her arms doesn't match. But that's because she's holding the sword wrong. And it's got to make the sword right. So, that's what it is. I bet if you go through different seeds and different, like, aspect ratios, I bet the sword will change angle. And then her arm will just kind of figure out where it's got to be. Because when you think about it, we gave it that. It gave us that. That's pretty good, guys. I mean, this is supposed to be a video model, right? This is going to be the first frame. You know what I'm saying? This is actually working really quite nicely. I was surprised. It's a bit off, actually. Or is it? It's hard to line it up. It's not bad. I mean, you can literally see that it is working. It's just... ooh, it's just like, Let's see if we can use the Canny. Okay, let's put the Canny in there. We spent a lot of time on the Canny. Yeah, and if I just put that to there for a second. Oh, I'll leave that one open actually, because... nuts. Forgot to hook something up. There. Oh, missed. There. Try again. If at first you failed to collect the node, try again. Dragon Diffusion says, right, I'm coding my own ControlNet node. Okay. I mean, you could definitely do it. It's all in the cut, as they say. I think that this beta node has got some nice options, but as I say, there is a lack of clip vision, the clip vision input. So like, you could make Vase better if you had a clip vision input, unless the reference image has clip vision built in. But I don't see, you know, you have to normally define, like here, clip vision encode, and then you put the you know, the thing, and then you've obviously got clip H for Wan. So, you know, the image would go in there, but we're not using this one right now. But, you know, that's Vision H. So, yeah, like I said, we're not using that. But if you were doing image to video, you'll see that. Hello, Dominic. You're in Leeds at the moment. Welcome back to Blighty, my friend. We're just taking a look at using Wan 2.2 with image generation and LoRa, and it's getting closer. I still feel like you can't. Yeah. It's good. And it is following. Look, see the face? But it doesn't know that that's a sword. That's the big problem. The sword is so stylized, you know what I mean? I think it's like a really thin laser sword, like a rapier or something, like a saber. And but you can see there's the body. I think it loses the plot a bit on. Yeah, it doesn't understand that this down here is like a profile. But you can see bits lining up on there. That's interesting. It turned her hair going over her face into a shadow and highlight. But it kept the hair on the other side. It kept the hair on the other side, kind of. So yeah, no LoRa, no ControlNet. LoRa only. And then with the ControlNet. And that's Canny, not, you know, we'll do a new seed just to sort of, you know, make sure it's not just dumb luck, but it's pretty consistent. It does work, it's just weak. Try to tune threshold on Canny maybe. Yeah, I've got another tab for that exact reason. So we made this little workflow here so that we could tune the Canny. And I think the issue I had was when we resized the Canny, it would pixelate in strange ways. So if we go back to the main workflow, you can see that when we zoom in on it, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad. But it has done some strange stuff. Right? It's done some strange stuff with the lines and breaking it up and all. It's just not really very good. See, that's like much more defined, but I think, yeah, it's a bit of luck of the draw going on here. Because it's a 640 by 480 Canny, right? But we're generating it like 2K, so we have to blow the thing up, and it fractalizes. If you try to do like bicubic, I'm doing bilinear at the moment. But if you try to do, let's see, we'll do bicubic next, because it's like you're trying to blow up a blown out image, and then you're like, where are the edges? And it's like it's super blurry, so there aren't any edges. This is kind of why the open pose usually does better, because you just can't get a good read on it. You know, like this wasn't too bad, but look, let me show you what happened. That just made Canny go nuts. Like, look, see what's happened? Because it's too big. Can't make Canny that big. It's gone crazy. You should make a t-shirt out of this. That's a t-shirt right there. You should put it on that metal. What's it? Displate? Displate. Here I come. But yeah. We're doing a new seed now, so we should get some something different. Let's see what we get. But yeah, like I said, this was all in the spirit of open research to try and find out, A, will our old LoRa's work? Yeah, they do. B, can we train it just for image generation? Yeah, we can, and actually the images are amazing. Fernicar says, why did Canny fail like that? Yeah, the thing is, because it was trying to blow up lines, you know, and so the edges all went like, it's like I said, it's a fractal thing. It started to see edges where there weren't because it's just trying to make sense of the blur. So there weren't really any edges there. Like, remember, we had to turn it up quite strong. So you put all that together, you know, like trying to do canny edge detection really strong on a blurry image. It's like, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, because this is the image that, look, see, this is the image. Look how blurry it is. Try and do canny edge on this, look. See what I mean? I do have a 720p version of these, by the way, but we trained the first model on 480 to see what it would, you know, if it could even learn it. Turns out, yeah, it can learn it, but we probably need to train higher quality samples so that it doesn't, it's using the model memory a lot here. So like composition, color palette, just general style. I mean, look at that uniform. It's even learned the face. I can't remember, it's not the main character. I think it's the one of the ones at the beginning, the woman at the beginning. Yeah, this one. It's like a toned down version of this. It lacks the je ne sais quoi, but it's the same face, you know. It's what the AI saw and learned, and it's blended with what it knows. It's kind of getting closer. Look, it's holding the sword out. See, it's getting closer with the canny. So let's see that overlay there. I mean, you know what I mean? It's trying its best. Look what we gave it. Look what we gave it. You see? So if we'd given it a proper input, it would have given us a proper output. And often we don't even look at our cannies anymore. We just kind of hook it all up and let it rip, which is fine. But it's when you're getting weird results, I would say this is actually good now. It's not following it perfectly, but it's the same shot. She's got the sword out, you know. Benry says, ChatGPT the other day was telling me I don't want to do WAN since I want extended videos. It was telling me to use SVD, XT, and Rife. Okay, Benry, I'll let you, Benry, let me fill you in. That would be correct when ChatGPT was last trained. The last cutoff date, that would have been correct. I can remember doing videos on SVD, XT, and we used to use Rife and Video Helper. So it's not incorrect information, it's outdated information. In the last 4 to 6 months, we've seen advances in video models. You just want WAN. Just get WAN. WAN. Because the thing is, you can do image generation at 2K. Look at this, 2048 by 1152. We're generating at 1920 by 1080. That means we don't need to do upscaling. So if you can get your hands on WAN, that's all you need. Now, I appreciate WAN might be too big for some people, but there are quantized versions of it. So as long as you've got a GPU, I believe you can quantize it under. Certainly you'll fit it on a 4090. You might get it under 16. I believe there's people trying to get it on 12. There are smaller and smaller versions of it. You know, it's up to you to kind of get that. But for example, somebody just reduced the size of the T5 clip encoder, which is 10 gigabytes, by 99%. So there are these clip encoders that we use, right? Let's have a little aside here. This is T5XXL. So what do you think's going to happen when they adapt whatever that guy did to this? Because T5XXL and T5XXL, I think you can appreciate, are related somewhat. And so if they manage to get even a portion of that optimization onto this, you might be able to load this 10 gigabyte clip encoder with less than a gigabyte. Yeah? Maybe even 150 meg, right? Now, I don't know if it'll work for video, but time, you know, patience is our greatest weapon in AI, because everybody's doing their thing. And the thing is that if this was 10 times or 90, 99% is what he's claiming. If this was 99% smaller, it's like 200 megabytes. Okay, so then you used to need 10 gigs. Now you need a few hundred meg, right? Now, That kind of thing can't be applied to model weights, unfortunately. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a precision trade-off. Okay. Yeah, the smallest T5 is 220. It's dreadful works. Yeah, this is a new one. If you want to check it out, it's in the SD3 small preview, which was made by a community member, I think, on Hugging Face. And he's made his claims. Do you know what I mean? He said it's not perfect, but it works well. And the images look okay. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, there's a Stable Diffusion 3.5 small. And again, it uses the T5 XXL that I was just talking about. So like I said, apparently it's small and good, which is a new thing. I haven't tried it yet. What I'm thinking about more is if they applied that to this, yeah, suddenly people that were out of the game are in, and you can just run this at home, because the 2.1 VAE is a few hundred megabytes, I think maybe 500, 600 tops, I forget. And then Q8 variants are about 16, 12 to 16, but you can go down, so that you could have like a Q4. Okay, it's going to get smaller. So, like I said, it's not always going to be a cloud-only big boy graphics card game. Stuff gets smaller and then you forget about it. Yeah? That's the funny thing. Stuff gets smaller and you forget about it because it's not the latest, greatest thing anymore. You know? But anyway. So, after all of that, I think we've done a bloody good job. We've managed to show that these Lauras are definitely, because that's base. Use my prompt. Yeah, use my prompt. Get my image. Use my Laura with my prompt. Get slightly closer to what we've trained on, right? That's what Lauras do. And then use the Canny. Get super close. If you're lucky, because obviously it does come down to a seed. But doesn't that look like a screenshot from a Death Stranding or something? I mean, I appreciate it's not. But, you know, look at the aesthetic here. It looks like Stella Beloo. I love it. Let's see if we can just keep this one. I like that one. That was a good one. See, it is following. It's just missing. There's a combination of things going on here. The inputs are being misinterpreted somewhat, but it is doing it. So I would say this is ready. It does work. I wonder if I could cheat and just do something quick. Hang on, let me see if I can cheat. After all that, we're gonna cheat now. So let me see if I can get track, maybe TR4. No, track. Come on, I used to do that. No, I didn't do that anymore. Okay, fine. Vase. Okay, so we've got jack, speech, rotation, pose Laura. That's old Fusion. Wait. Video to video, pose Laura 22. Those are all early. So start frame, end frame. Fusion X. That's all old stuff. First frame, Canny first frame audio. That's the one. Is it loading? Oh no. Oh no. It's not working. Plan B. Try clicking it in a different tab. No. Okay. Alright. It's being annoying. Don't you just love it when Comfy is annoying? Let's go here. Comfy UI. User. Default. Workflows. Date. Padding. First frame audio. Still not loading. It's a conspiracy, guys. Straight up conspiracy. There's the workflow. Man, the things I do. Yeah, getting that T5 down 10x is amazing because, you know, when you think about it, half the stack is actually the clip encoder. It's like 10 gigabytes. You can bring it down to 5 or 6, I think, in FP8, and you can get Q3s and Q4s to bring it down further. But it's like it gets bad. So it's like if someone managed to keep the quality and make it that much smaller, it's like half the back end. You know, you go from a 16 gigabyte to a 26, or, you know, it's a big deal. Okay, so let's see if we can now drag our workflow in. Oh my God, are you kidding me? We might just have to do it tomorrow if it's going to be such a, frankly, you know, annoying. You know, when I had it earlier and I deleted it, I had the tab open earlier and I deleted it. I feel like he's punishing us a little bit. Just a little bit. Not in a weird way. Yeah, because it's not actually letting me drop the workflow in. I bet you if I like... Yeah, do you know what? If it doesn't let me do this, it's pizza time. So if I go... I'm going to go in there the hard way, right? We're going to trace our way to the source. Getting lost in the labyrinth. No. Yep. There is actually one way out of this. If I published the node, I can't remember. I think I did. Put it on date, stupid. Right. First frame audio. There it is. Is there another version of it? Alright. Open. That's the sound of Comfy not doing a thing. Alright. We're in overtime anyway. I think we've done well tonight. So thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow we'll be doing more of a focus on the video side of things. We've done all of the hard part with getting the right configs and everything, so we know we're getting good quality. We know our Lauras are loading. We know the control networks and stuff. So tomorrow should be interesting. Shame we couldn't have time for it tonight, but we'll have time to do in painting first as well tomorrow, so we'll have a little crack with that one too. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you all next time.